even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
I'm not going to give you a question. You are fake news.
Hello, and welcome to the 420 Project podcast, episode number 5. I'm Sean.
I'm Erin.
And I am Michael. Again.
And Michael is not here with us again tonight, unfortunately.
And why is that this evening, Erin? Because for those who don't know, last week Michael was unable to make it as he had a tennis final, and it was funny because it ended up getting washed out. It was pissing down with rain. So why didn't he make it this week, Erin?
He's sick, got
Sinitis.
Yes.
Apparently, yes. So that's it's going to be Erin and Sean again tonight, so I hope you enjoy. We've got some good stuff heading our way. We're going to play a couple of games later. We've got some serious things to chat about, obviously, as well. And hopefully you enjoy this episode of the 420 Project. Let's head straight away to breaking news coming out of Texas, where there was a shooting. Unfortunately, today I woke up and the first thing on my phone there was 20 people killed on the news story on my phone when I got... so that's the first thing I woke up to, mass shooting, 20 people.
I saw that too when I was having breakfast before work. I was just like, oh really? Like, why can't we just have news that's not like someone being killed or some bloody...
So I'll just read a short excerpt from that article here.
Yeah, I didn't read too much into it. I just saw it. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about it.
At least 26 people died and others were injured Sunday when a gunman opened fire at a church in a small town southeast of San Antonio. The incident occurred at the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, a small community located in Wilson County, about 30 miles away from San Antonio. The gunman, identified by law enforcement as 26-year-old Flaming Cocksucker, is now deceased, but it remains unclear how he died. What?
Is that what you call him?
What? I'm not gonna give that cunt a fucking a name.
For a second, I was like, is that what actually said, or did you actually make that up?
No, he doesn't deserve to have.
I just made that up, Flaming.
Yes, I personally feel that Flaming Cocksucker doesn't deserve to have his name. If you noticed when we spoke about the Las Vegas shooting, that was the same deal. I didn't mention the dude's name. They just said the shooter.
Yeah, right.
Multiple victims with gunshot wounds were being treated at the Connolly Memorial Medical Center. A representative for the hospital told Time she could not give further details on their conditions. Four patients were later transferred to University Hospital in San Antonio for higher level care, hospital spokesperson Megan Posey told AP. Another 8 victims were taken by medical helicopter to the Brooke Army Medical Center. And quote from Donald Trump said, "We cannot put into words the pain and grief we all feel." He said from a press conference in Japan on his first stop on a trip to multiple Asian countries. The number of victims and those injured make the incident one of the largest mass shootings in recent history and comes, everyone, just hear this, it comes just a month after the Las Vegas shooting. I mean...
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's less than a month.
Oh, shit. Crikey. I didn't realise it was so, like
soon,
close.
I know. It just feels like yesterday we were chatting about that. So I've got a comment here from our Las Vegas episode from Oscar Spliff, and he says... when we were chatting in regards to gun reform and gun control, he says, "Gun reform is nice in theory, but until we humans do something about the way we think and act, nothing will ever change. If people want guns, they're going to get them one way or another. Until we see each other as one, the violence won't ever end." And
that's true. Like, if people really are determined to get a gun, they're going to get it no matter what.
They're going to try and get it no matter what.
Yeah, breaking the law or, whatever it takes, they're going to get a gun. So.
I just think that there's way too much hatred in this world.
I know.
I think what Oscar is trying to say is we need to stop thinking and No, we need to start thinking about the way we act. He's saying nothing will ever change. If we stop thinking that the guy next door or the person on the street's a bad person or with a gun, they shouldn't be walking around with paranoia in the States. I mean, we're privileged here that we don't have many guns here in the country, but you can still walk down the street and judge a book by its cover, I guess. So,
Yeah.
That being said, we're going to move on now. And Erin, you've got... you were telling me about this weird story that you read the other day.
Yeah, it is
coming out of Germany, apparently.
Yeah, so apparently it's about a German man who is feared that a monster Corvette.
What the fuck is a Corvette? What's a Corvette?
Okay, so for the people who don't know what a Corvette is, it's a zucchini.
Say that more clear. Sometimes Americans don't hear our accent. Zucchini.
So yeah, a courgette is another word for a zucchini.
Zucchini.
Which is a vegetable.
Oh yeah, a zucchini. I know.
Yeah. So he feared that a monster courgette or zucchini he found in his garden was a unexploded World War II bomb and called the police.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's...
Was it big or something? Do you have a picture?
I don't have a picture, but it was 5 kilograms or 11 pounds.
Whoa.
The police...
11... Holy... Wow. That's heavy.
Yeah,
That's heavy.
5 kilos.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the police said that it had probably been thrown...
Sorry, I just still can't get over the fact it's called a Corvette. What the fuck?
I know, it's so, like, Corvette, zucchini...
It sounds like a Corvette, like a vroom vroom.
Yeah, or a Corvette kind of sounds like a women's, like, underwear or something. Something like type of underwear. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting close to something or just...
Corset.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking of.
That's it. See, it's close.
Oh my god.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah.
So yeah, they thought that the Corvette probably got thrown over the hedge into the 81-year-old's garden. And then the police also said that the Corvette really did look like a bomb, and the pensioner had disposed of the Corvette himself after the police reassured by the police that it wasn't a bomb.
Does that mean he ate it?
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, he would have. It's a zucchini, so...
It's 5 kilos, 11 pounds of the zucchini.
Yeah, you can make it zucchini quiche.
Oh my god.
Make
Fuck
pie.
quiche, no. You make,
anything.
You could dry out some zucchini for, like,
Yeah, have, roasted zucchini, like...
I don't even like that, but that sounds good.
So...
It's strange that it's like, he thought that it was from, like, World War II, because did they say it looked really... So you said the police said it actually looked old as well.
Yeah, they said that it looked like a bomb to them as well, but when
Must
they
have been
obviously
fucking
got
big then.
close,
It must have
5
been...
kilos, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's humongous. That's like... zucchinis, how long do zucchinis get? Like, lengthwise, do you think? Like this much? Like, what's that? Like 30 centimetres?
Yeah, they can get up, like, pretty big, but
30 centimetres, what's that, like 12 inches? 15 inches?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 5 kilos, like, that would be really heavy.
So, you said... Wow, speaking... So, that's strange that you say that, because... I guess it makes sense they've got those... unexploded bombs, from World War II and everything like that.
Yeah, the unexploded bombs were dropped by the British RFA, or RAF, whatever, or the US Air Force.
Oh, yeah.
Have been unearthed in Germany, and usually during construction work.
So they've got to have bomb disposal.
They'll have to be careful not to
take them away and
activate them, kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be fucking scary. You're just about to dig a hole to put a bloody how do you build a house? I can't remember. You pour in some fucking concrete. I don't know.
And then it goes...
No, you're breaking down a house. You're tearing down a house, and then you break into the land underneath, and there's a fucking bomb. That'd be so scary.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to build anything there.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens sometimes in war though. But Speaking of war, I saw a story earlier this week. Did I mention? I saw this story about Bin Laden, Osama Bin Laden.
You kind of did. You hadn't really gone into much detail with it.
I didn't go into any detail.
Yeah.
Of course, I fucking didn't go into any detail. You know why? Because I was like, I'm saving it for the podcast for this exact reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, it was reported. It's reported this week the CIA have released 500,000 files from the 2011 raid of Osama Bin Laden's compound, which is when they killed the cunt, which included his internet search history. The files on his computer gave an insight into his life over the last few years until he was killed.
Yeah.
What do you reckon might have been? I know. I just want to get your personal opinion. What do you reckon was on his search history, as what you have seen and perceived in the media, I guess, of Osama Bin Laden? What do you think this cunt would watch or do on his internet, on his computer?
Maybe photos of bombs and explosions and stuff like that. I don't know.
So propaganda and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was some stuff like that. Yeah. So there was a couple of movies. The CIA found a few movies based on his own life.
Yeah.
So that's a bit egotistical. It's just it sounds like Donald Trump, watching himself on The Apprentice going, "You're fired," and he's watching it and he's wanking off to it. He's just like, "Oh my god, you're fired. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny. You say you're fired so well." Anyway, egotistical man, I think. He was in. Also, there was a documentary called Loose Change, which was apparently a conspiracy movie, which was the first type of movie to suggest that George Bush was responsible for 9/11, or that he did it.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of weird? If he was in on the conspiracy, let's say there was a conspiracy, yeah, and Osama was in on it with Bush, and everything, and he's watching a video about that, wouldn't he be, if it was an actual conspiracy, wouldn't he just be sitting there going, "Oh no, that's not right, that is not how I did it"?
Why are you talking Indian?
I don't know. It's Middle Eastern, I don't fucking know. That's so bad.
You sound like a poo from The Simpsons.
That is so bad. It's just, yeah. Anyway, he's probably not. We don't know what else he had?
What?
He had some children's movies. Disney movies.
Oh, really?
Yes, he had Chicken Little, Cars, Ants, Ice Age, Dawn of Dinosaurs. He even watched Mr. Bean as well.
Wow.
And this is the one that makes me laugh the most of all. Repeated viewings of the viral YouTube clip, Charlie Bit My Finger.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Charlie bit my finger, and he's just sitting there going, "Oh, that is hilarious."
And then just keep flying.
Death to America. But that's adorable little British boy. Osama Bin Laden, more like Osama Bin Laughing, am I right? Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But did you expect to hear any of that? Did you think he would have...
No, that's why I was just maybe...
What you perceive in the media is so wrong. He's just a guy who...
Isn't it?
Even though he wants America to perish and the democracy to fall apart and everything, he still takes part in the Western media and he still watches their movies. What a hypocritical little cunt. Oh well, he's fucking dead now.
Oh well.
What do you anyway, thinking about movies and stuff, what movie do you think Osama would want to see in the coming year? If he was alive today, what movie do you think he'd want to see? Or perhaps, Erin, what movie would you like to see in the next 12 months that you see is coming out?
Well, I did actually see that Mamma Mia 2 is coming out.
Mamma Mia 2?
Yeah, and it says, "Here we go again."
How the fuck do you do Mamma Mia 2?
Yeah, it's one of those
It's
movies.
it's a movie based off a fucking musical.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I did read a little description, so
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Young Donna, Sam, and Harry forge relationships that resonate in the present.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. That was the short.
That's the long and short of it. Like, hey, that sounds fucking
That was it.
fantastic.
So it doesn't give you any clue or anything.
What songs are they going to do? What songs haven't they done from ABBA's collection?
But I thought they did most of them.
I thought they did most of them too.
So it's like, how else are they going to do something else?
They'll just like rehash all the songs and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that'll be hilarious. I just don't understand why you can have a sequel to a movie based off a musical when the musical is a musical is just one show.
Just
That's so stupid.
Another one I saw was Deadpool 2, which I'm looking forward
Oh
to.
yes.
Because I really love that movie.
Give it a better one. Yeah.
Another one is Hotel Transylvania 3, which is called Summer Vacation.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's a kids movie, but
I like the fact that Adam Sandler's face is not like being seen anymore.
No, he plays that one good, the vampire.
Yeah, he does. His voice acting is fantastic.
You should get to see him actually.
Yeah, no, he used to be fucking good 20 years ago.
It's just the late movies from.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And another one that
I don't want to get into Adam Sandler. I'll be sitting here for like half an hour bitching about him.
Another one that you would like would be The Equalizer 2, the one with.
How the fuck did they make a second one?
What's his name?
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, that's it. Because I know you like that. Yeah, that's.
How did they make? I was confused by the first one.
And another is The Jungle Book, like the real life one.
Oh.
So do you know Bagheera is playing by Christian Bale?
Wait, Jungle Book's already come out. That came out last year, yo.
Oh, I saw it for the
It's probably for DVD, yo.
Oh, I saw it that was coming
Unless
out.
there's a second movie. I don't know about
I don't know. Oh, anyway.
Lion King is coming out in 2 years.
Well, I saw Jungle Book was in one of the lists that I looked up.
Oh.
Saying, but anyway.
What about Thor? Thor's out now.
Yeah.
Do you want to see Thor? Who wants to see Thor?
I don't know. I like Thor, but I think I like.
You guys aren't responding. If you want to see Thor, if you guys want to see Thor, let us know in the comments why. Because I think Chris Hemsworth is pretty much, he's just the ultimate Aussie. He's like this generation's Hugh Jackman, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely expect that.
So speaking of movies, is there any other movies that you think shouldn't have continued to have a second or a third movie, and why?
Oh, that's a toughie.
Like that you think they've just ruined the storyline?
I'll ruin the storyline. Oh, I think everyone will probably agree Matrix 3 shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people say that they don't mind number 2, but yeah, they don't think number 3 should have happened.
Yeah.
That was a confusing movie. I think, like, being a pretty good stoner now, going back and watching it, I think that would be pretty good. Pretty good to watch that shit again.
Yeah.
Which one is it they take? Which is the one that you learn? You take the red pill or the blue pill? I can never remember.
I'm not sure. I can't remember that. But yeah, I can't actually think of any at the top of my head. But
Was
yeah,
there any
there is a few.
Is there any? You know what movie was really good back in the day?
What?
Addams Family.
Yeah, that was good because we watched that the other night. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oh, fucking hell. No wonder it came to my thought.
Yeah,
I was
because
just
it was
like,
the first one, and then they played the second one. It was around Halloween. Remember?
yes, that's right.
Yeah. So speaking of Addams Family, I just blows my mind how the thing, like the hand in the movie, can see things and know where things are and can hear. Like, it's just a hand and it doesn't have eyes, it doesn't have ears. Like, it's driving the car with Uncle Fester and it's steering.
Oh yes.
And it can see.
That was
like,
tripping me out. I'm like,
I don't
and Uncle
understand.
Fester's just like sitting next to him, going like, "Oh, try and get it," and he's just like, "No, get off! I can steer." It's like, just put your hand on the fucking wheel.
It's like, how is he doing the pedals, steering and seeing where to go all at the same time?
No, unless I don't know. Like, is he all invisible apart from his hand? But that doesn't make
No,
sense.
he can't
He's
be.
just a hand.
Yeah.
How does he make the car go?
No, it's just a movie, but it doesn't make sense.
I don't like it. I want to know, how the fuck does Uncle Fester survive all that? Like, for people who haven't seen Addams Family Values movie
You should
for
watch it.
ages, in that movie, Uncle Fester does he have a lot of money or something like that? Or he comes into money, yeah?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has.
And some woman who's played by
Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack. She comes in.
Can't believe I remember that.
That's good. Yeah, pound that shit. Joan Cusack comes in. And she's all like, "Oh, I love you, Uncle Fester."
Yeah,
so
Debbie.
She's being a gold digger.
Yeah, she just wants to kill him and
Yeah,
get his
and
money.
she literally puts a fucking humongous bomb inside a fucking present, wraps it up like a present, and says, "Oh, don't open it till I get back."
Yeah,
and she comes back in the driveway after going away over the weekend or something.
Yeah, she goes to a bloody bar just to hook up with men. And
And then she blows him up, and then he comes out holding a tray of food, like, "Oh, hi, honey, how are you?" It's like, how did he survive that?
Yeah, and the meatloaf or whatever.
Yeah, the meatloaf was fucking charcoal, but he's just all like, there you are. Oh, how did he survive that?
Anyway, Sean, speaking of movies and TV shows, what have you been watching lately? Any new ones or good oldies or anything like that?
Been just watching a lot of like the late night programs and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like Seth Meyers, John Oliver.
I don't mind John Oliver. He's alright.
Daily Show, Trevor Noah, Stephen Colbert. Opposition with Jordan Klepper. That's a really funny one. I think I was telling you about that. It's like it's a satirical show where he plays a character that's conservative as hell, but it's a joke. But there are probably people out there who are conservative who believe that he's not joking, and that's the joke. And that's the big whole joke. It's like, the show's on Comedy Central. You shouldn't be so stupid. Like, you should know it's Comedy Central. So it's a satirical show, you know. I don't get how someone could be so silly and just think that and believe everything they see on television. So I'm not sure what those people really think really to be so silly, I guess. What else am I watching? Well, I was watching BoJack Horseman. That's a good show. What's the other one I'm watching? Rick and Morty. You love Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, that's good. Yeah.
A couple other like things on Netflix. You were watching H2O, Just Add Water, which is an Australian series about mermaids or some shit.
Yeah, I just like the story of it, but it's kind of like maybe that.
And I was watching House of Cards as well lately. So
what's House of Cards? Like what's that about, or who's in that?
Do you know? Have you heard about Kevin Spacey this week?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, he was on House of Cards, and he's kind of ruined the fucking show for me.
Oh, really? I didn't know he was in that.
Yeah. So the show basically was he was playing a fictional president, and he was very manipulative, power hungry, and So I guess we'll have a chat about what he's been getting up to over the last few decades, because it's a bit fucked. So first of all, do you know anything about any of the allegations against him?
No.
Okay. So you've only just heard he's been accused of
sexual assault,
and that's about it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So there's an actor called Anthony Rapp who is on Star Trek Discovery. I've seen him a couple of times in television shows, but I'm not a Star Trek fan. Anyway.
Yeah.
He says that when he was 14 in 1986 and Kevin Spacey was 26, he made a sexual advance towards him when he was attending a party at Spacey's home. After his claims went public on October 29, Rapp stated on Twitter that he was coming forward in solidarity with the dozens of women who've made allegations against Harvey Weinstein as well as other assault survivors, standing on the shoulders of the many courageous women and men who have been speaking out to shine light and hopefully make a difference. So that's his statement.
Wow. So has he responded in any way to this?
Yes, he has actually. He said, "I have a lot of respect and admiration for Anthony Rapp as an actor. I'm beyond horrified to hear his story. I honestly do not remember the encounter. It would have been over 30 years ago. But if I did behave then as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behaviour, and I am sorry for the feelings he describes having carried with him all these years. That's the first part of his statement.
Oh, and he's just...
He's blaming that he was drunk.
You can't do that.
He's a fucking 14-year-old. That's pedophilia,
yeah,
mate.
that's just wrong. Like, what
Do you want to hear the second half of his statement? Because this has outraged half the internet.
Yeah, might as well.
This story has encouraged me to address other things about my life. I know that there are stories out there about me and that some have been fueled by the fact that I have been so protective of my privacy. As those closest to me know, in my life I have had relationships with both men and women. I have loved and had romantic encounters with men throughout my life, and I choose now to live as a gay man. I want to deal with this honestly and openly, and that starts with examining my own behaviour. That was Kevin Spacey's response to the allegation. So I think it's really interesting that we've had a male now being named, apart from the producer or the agent, I think, that Terry Crews was had his junk handled by.
Yeah.
He's been fired, that dude.
So that's the first time that Kevin Spacey's said that he's coming out gay?
Yes.
Is that like he's...
That's on the back of being fucking accused of being a pedophile.
So he's trying to say that it's an excuse? Like...
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Is that what he's getting
I think
at?
he's... what I'm annoyed by is the fact that he's conflating the issue, like the whole stereotype that older gay men are just pedophiles, or even gay men are pedophiles because they prey on younger guys. I think that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter if you're into younger guys. If that guy is of legal age, yeah, they would have been fine. But dude, you're 26. He's fucking 14.
Yeah, that's nearly 10 years.
I know.
You can't just think that that's okay.
Well, what do you think about the current situation at the moment that's going on? We spoke about it in episode number 3 when we spoke about the hashtag #MeToo, and also in the second episode when we spoke about Harvey Weinstein for the first time. But what are you thinking about this current situation in Hollywood with all these allegations that are coming out against all these different types of men? So far, I've heard Brett Ratner. He's a director. He's been accused by 6 women. There's some other fucking stingy, old, dirty fucking... Worse than Harvey Weinstein. This guy's got 310 women.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's done shit with.
I just don't...
So what do you think about all the allegations against... Like, what the fuck's going on in Hollywood?
Yeah, what is going on? And, like, I don't understand... Yeah, exactly. Like I just said. What is going on in Hollywood? And for... like, you don't know who you can trust, and all these people that want to get a job, and it's like, do I trust this person? Like, are they going to sexually assault me? Is this going to happen? Like, is it worth getting a job? Just, like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's just like a power-hungry thing. It's just like...
the whole thing of being in Hollywood? Like...
I think that, yeah, they got their money and got grabby. Wanting to touch women. And the disgusting thing about Weinstein was how gross he fucking looks. And I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was saying that he just looks like he's just purposely gotten fatter and just never showered or shaved. He looks like he looks like a diseased cock.
Scum. Like just the look of him, but also maybe Kevin Spacey as well, like just saying about things that have happened to him, because I know that you said that you used to like watching his shows and movies or... Oh man, his performance
like in the movie 7, I haven't shown you that movie, and I guess society dictates I can't show you that movie now.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
Brad Pitt's in that movie, Morgan Freeman's in that movie, Kevin Spacey's in it. It's a fucking sick movie. And now
Harvey Weinstein was like is probably still like a popular name for like out there, and now like Kevin Spacey is just like...
Well, it's not popular now. He's ruined his reputation, but back in the day, which wasn't that long ago, less than a month ago, like 2 months ago, he was on top of the world. He was doing his shit to women. Who knows how many women there were?
It's.
So another, there's been a few more allegations. In 1988, there was Justin Dawes, who was 16. He met Spacey, who was 29 at the time. Spacey allegedly invited Dawes and a friend to hang out. When they got to his apartment, served him cocktails and they watched gay porn. Apparently nothing happened, and Dawes said it was clear that his intentions for us to come over was to have sex. I mean, that sounds like it. He's putting on gay porn for you to watch. Yeah, I think he wants to get with you.
Yeah, that's.
And he also says here, he knew I was in high school, as it was pretty clear, because he says that he was very young in the face.
Okay.
At 16, he hadn't quite matured yet. So, also in 1995, Mark Edenhock alleges Spacey had an assistant come right up to him on set and propositioned him to engage in a sex act with Spacey.
Oh.
He had his assistant.
Someone else, like.
So his assistant fucking knows.
And didn't say anything or.
Allegedly. We've got to keep saying allegedly because nothing's been proven. This is how the...
But that's still fucked up for the assistant.
She's just been told... He's just looked at him and gone, oh yeah, I want to suck him off. Yep. Mary, can you go over and get him to come up here so I can take him to my trailer so we can suck each other off? Oh, well, they're saying they're reporting it as a sex act. What do you think he wants? He's either wanting a blowy or a hand job. That's all I see it happening.
Yeah.
So what kind of power does this cunt think that he has? Like, it just seems that I've been hearing commentary online, on Twitter, and also on some of the late night programs that it just seems that he's using the gay thing as a way to keep closeted and force the victims to not say anything.
Yeah, but that can't be.
Because he's motherfucking Kevin Spacey.
Like, that can't be an excuse though. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm gay. Like, I don't understand why someone could do that.
We need to really, I guess what's good is we're cracking, it seems that no one's taken any more shit. They've been scared. It seems that the men, especially men, are terrified of coming out and saying something like that's happened to them.
Yeah.
And they've just seen the courage by all the women and they're like, hey, look, looks like there's we're having a real big shift here. And it looks like it's okay to come out and say stuff about this now.
Yeah.
Even though the culture is shifting, I wish the culture was already like, if you get sexually harassed or assaulted, you report it, you're believed.
Yes.
And it's investigated properly.
Don't be scared.
I know.
And it shouldn't be like that. Like, like you said, if something's happened to you, you need to speak up about it. Don't, like, be ashamed or embarrassed or think that it was your fault.
Exactly. Which is what sounds like his MO was, his modus operandi was, because he was older and he was already well known and he was preying on these younger guys. He's like, don't say anything.
Yeah.
But apparently there was a barman as well that he tried to get with, and when he wouldn't reciprocate the feelings or the intentions, Spacey grabbed him by the crotch.
Oh shit.
And gave him his watch to shut him up, as he later figured out. The watch was worth like $5,000 or something like that.
Jesus.
Just to get him to shut up.
What a bloody scumbag.
I know, I really fucking hate this situation.
Yeah.
Who else?
It's really
who else out there?
and sad to hear about all the people doing this. It's horrible.
Yeah, well, who else out there is a bit torn by this? I mean, I understand there are artists out there who really enjoy Kevin Spacey's work. I really do too. It's just, God, you can't, you now, it's just like society says no, you can't do it now, you can't appreciate those movies, and it's even Horrible Bosses, Aaron, we can't watch Horrible Bosses anymore.
Oh, is he in that?
He's in that fucking movie.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, like you say about Kevin Spacey, it's like, what movie or TV show has he been in? Because I'm
exactly.
like not very familiar with him, but I've heard, like you speak, popular.
Yeah. So another story that they're came out, another allegation, was in 2008. There was allegedly a man was approached Spacey asking for help with his career. He passed out after smoking weed at Spacey's apartment and woke up to find Spacey performing oral sex on him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Far out. This does not get better at all.
No,
Like,
and it's being investigated.
oh my god.
By New Scotland Yard in London, and the man that it happened to, he went to the police last week after. In the last week after seeing all these last few days, after hearing all these stories about other men coming forward. So he's found the courage to come forward as well, and many production assistants on House of Cards as well have come forward saying he allegedly assaulted them. There was one incident with one production assistant that he seemed to have harassed, and they reported that he had undergone some form of training, like a little fucking puppy dog, that, hey, when you're in the workplace, don't try and grab your co-worker's dick,
Yeah,
It's not that hard. I mean, as a society, I don't go to work thinking, oh yeah, I want to touch. So I work with Michael, which I think I may have mentioned to you guys here on the podcast, but I don't walk into the kitchen with Michael and go, there's Michael. I'm going to grab his dick. Like, I've got to try really hard not to grab his dick. Like, I don't understand. So, it's just weird that all these assistants have come forward, and he said that Spacey needed a lift to get to the set after filming. And as they just about approached the set, Kevin Spacey put his hand down the guy's pants, and because he's driving, what can he do? He needs to get his hands on the wheel and feet on the thing. Spacey just grabbed his cock.
oh my gosh, like, I really don't understand how does someone get like that, and I don't understand why someone would do that.
Well, I've heard
It just doesn't make
today
sense.
is Kevin Spacey's brother has come out and said a few things. If you'd like to hear them, his brother's name is Randy Fowler, and he says he struggled with his sexuality, always denying he was gay. On stage, he pretended to be somebody else. It gave him power. It transformed him. We grew up with abuse and neglect in a house of horrors. Our violent dad whipped me with a riding crop. I've never had children in case that evil personality could be passed on. Now it sadly seems one of us must carry those twisted genes, and that person might be Kevin. His fans love the sinister characters he plays, but he's not acting. That's really him. He hid behind his acting career to maintain a secret, sordid life, and in reality, he was a monster. I've long suspected there was a dark side to him. I just hope he gets the help he needs so nobody else is harmed by him.
Wow.
So there's a bit of there's a bit of insight from his brother. He says that he goes on to mention that Kevin stole stories from their childhood where Randy had done these things. So he claimed that he broke an officer's leg at military school, but that was Randy. He broke the officer's leg. And he's just said, like, he took pieces of my life and claimed them as his own, as he's trying to portray a man who was a troubled child saved by the theatre. So he sounds like he was really fucked up. And
So he was obviously abused then when he was younger? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, his brother goes on to say, our father was a Nazi-loving monster who raped and beat me from the age of 14.
Oh, that's
Back then I tried to hide what was happening to me from Kevin, and I prayed if I let the creature hurt me, he gave him a nickname, the creature, because he's not his dad.
Yeah.
He'd stay away from Kevin. Now I think I was naive. I once tried to talk to him about it. and he said he wouldn't discuss it because he didn't believe his dad was like that. So I think, I'm not saying that...
That's really sad. Like,
I'm not saying there's an excuse, but how many times do people who are victims of abuse become the abuser?
Yeah. It is pretty sad for that to happen. And yeah, Kevin not to want to talk about, let his brother talk about it with him and just like kind of shut him out.
Yeah, well, he did. Yeah, he did shut him out. He goes on to say that. Oh well, sorry. I'll backtrack a bit here. He says first that the only people he ever told me he loved as a kid were male stars like Sinatra and Christopher Walken. And when I asked him if he was gay when we were smoking a joint one day, he said, "I'm not heterosexual, homosexual, or bisexual, just sexual." So, like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm giving him a bloody pass and being all sympathetic to him, but I can't help but have empathy for somebody who's obviously been abused. Yeah. I want to make that 100% fucking clear.
Yeah.
I do not excuse pedophilia. I'm just saying I understand that he has been abused himself. It is very likely that he's obviously an abuser. And well, he's become one from said abuse.
Yeah.
It's a pattern. It happens a lot.
So yeah, he obviously just, like Sean was saying, yeah, we don't obviously think that this is normal and we don't agree with any of that's happened, but obviously Kevin doesn't know anything different because if it's what happened to him, then he just thinks that it's normal.
So that's why his name is, his actual name is Kevin Fowler. So he changed his name because he wanted to leave that part of his life behind. Randy goes on to say, we've only seen each other 5 times in 3 decades.
Whoa. That's crazy.
And when their mother was dying in 2002, he robbed Randy of the chance to say goodbye to her before she became a vegetable.
Oh, that's sad.
He's a fucking cunt. Sorry, but you don't do that. Like, no matter what you've been through,
it's your brother.
It's your mum and it's your brother. You don't even need to make up. You should just be like, "Mum's sick.
Yeah,
you need to come see her."
You shouldn't stop your brother or your sister, like your sibling, from seeing your own mother or father be really sick. And like, yeah, you might want to say your last few words before they pass away. Like, you can't take that away from that kid. For their parent, like, that's horrible.
It was taken away from him.
That's horrible.
And this last bit, I just don't understand this guy at all, okay?
Okay.
Randy says, "I've tried to contact him repeatedly without success. I've sent birthday and Christmas cards. They are returned in Kevin's handwriting, saying he no longer lives at the address."
Really?
So he knows his brother's handwriting and it's just saying he's not living here.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. One time when he was in London, I asked a friend to hand deliver a card to him. Kevin ripped it up without even looking at it. "I'm speaking out because I want him to know I'm here for him if he needs me."
Oh, so like after everything Kevin has given like shit to Randy.
Yep.
Randy's still being that brother and being like, "I'm here for you even when you need me."
That's an amazing person, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
They were both obviously sexually abused and raped.
Yeah, just to have...
on a consistent basis.
Yeah, but yeah, for that to happen to you and then have your brother not want to talk to you for so long and then...
It's just all the...
wanting to be there for him and him just shutting you out completely. Like, you're trying and trying and trying. Like... It's horrible.
It just just goes to show that, yeah, it obviously definitely happened. Why would you not talk? If you had a close relationship, even if you were slightly estranged, you'd at least send a birthday card or a Christmas card or something. Maybe. I don't know what everyone does, but...
You should accept it, though. You shouldn't just go, "Oh, I don't want that," rip it up and send it back.
That means he really just wants to distance himself from that memory because that's not his life. That's not what it was. So, anyone who watches House of Cards... I just thought back straight away when I heard these allegations, and then once I read these allegations from all these men, I just thought back to every single scene in House of Cards where Frank Underwood, which is the name of the character, just is really sexually aggressive to anyone, and I'm like, holy fuck. And the fact that Randy says, that's not acting, that's actually who he is, it makes it so much fucking creepier.
Yeah.
Now that I know that that's what I watched. I cannot watch that show anymore. It's got the 6th season coming up, and they don't know what they're going to do. Even if they kill him off, I don't know if I can watch the show because I feel like it's ruined for me. So, I guess that concludes the fucking serious bit. I think we need to move on. I think I need to smoke this bong, and I think we need to relax. We need to lift up our spirits.
Yeah, that's like...
That was real heavy shit for a while there. I'm glad people held in there.
Yeah.
Held in there.
It was a bit tough, but
Erin, do you have something that you've got to chat about to lift up our spirits?
Something that I think is maybe a bit weird, or maybe just a coincidence, I don't know, but lately, whenever I've been getting into the car, and I've had the radio on, or I've been at work and I've heard the radio, I always hear the song Friends by Justin Bieber, like all the time. It's always on, and I just wonder whether it's...
How's that go? I don't know the one.
Can we be friends? I don't really know the tune, but it's just like, anyway, you can look it up later, Sean. Friends by Justin Bieber. And I was just like, is it a coincidence that I keep hearing it, or is it like the universe trying to tell me something? And it's like,
it's probably the aliens trying to tell you something.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you trying to tell me? Because it's just all the time.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
And...
Because we see 111 and all that shit.
Yeah, we do. We look at the time.
No, I don't want to see 111 today.
We look at the time, and it would be 9:11, or it'll be 3:11, or whatever. But it's just like, is it really something that someone is trying to tell us, or is it just a big coincidence?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, coincidences sometimes are too often in occurrence. They can't just be so. It's too random.
Yeah.
Or it's too often to be that random.
Sometimes it's just like, I don't think it can be just a coincidence.
No.
It has to be more to it.
No, I don't think so. I guess it does. It's probably also like the media, the radio station. They just flog the top 20,
it probably is. Like, I'm probably
shit.
just overthinking it.
You probably are overthinking it.
It's a new song, so they just flog the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna do a little game now.
Oh fuck yeah! What are we playing?
Since it's gonna be guess the real names of a few singers that I've wrote down, because you're really good at knowing the real names of a few singers out there.
Okay, well give me an easy one, some that I know. So give the people an example.
Bruno Mars,
Peter Jean Hernandez,
Pink,
Alicia Moore.
Okay, so now we're going to go with the ones that I've wrote down to see.
Lady Gaga is Stephanie Germanotta.
Yeah, okay, righto.
Anyway, let's keep going.
So I've got Macklemore. Or Macklemore, however you say it.
Macklemore. Ben. Something. I can't remember. So
Macklemore is Benjamin Harmon Haggerty.
Ben Haggerty, yeah. Yo.
Okay, Shania Twain.
That don't impress me much. I don't have the moves, and I do not have the touch on this one. Unfortunately, you've stumped me.
Elaine Regina Edwards.
Oh, fuck that. I would never have got that. Fucking Elaine.
I know, like you think...
Regina.
I know, and you like...
Edwards.
No wonder she changed her name.
Yeah, fucking Shania. That's the way to go.
What about Drake?
Oh, fuck, I'm not that big a fan of Drake. I wouldn't know. Wait, he was on Degrassi all those years ago. Can I remember his character? His character was in a wheelchair. Did everything. And know I'll make it through. That was the theme song for Degrassi.
So do you know it or not?
I have no idea.
Aubrey Drake Graham.
Oh, I was fucking...
Such an obscure name.
It is obscure. I do remember reading that once, though.
Ludacris.
Oh, yeah, Aaron. Let's play a game where I guess, I'm just like, oh yeah, here's the ones I know. Oh yeah, I get fucking none when you give me the fucking actual quiz. Oh, Ludacris. Oh. Fuck.
I'm just seeing how well you
I don't know.
Christopher Brian Bridges.
Fuck! He was on a fucking episode of SVU and his name was on there.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you will get these two. I thought maybe you might, but...
That's okay, that's alright.
Iggy Azalea?
Iggy Azalea.
Azalea, yeah. And I can never say her name right.
Do you want to know something about Iggy Azalea's name? Do you know how she got that name?
No, I don't.
Well, did you watch the Carpool Karaoke with James Corden?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so,
she explains it in that, but
maybe
basically she says she did the porn star name. Do you know what the porn star name game is?
No, I don't.
So basically your porn star name is the name of the street you lived on. No, the name of your first pet and the name of your street you lived on.
So mine would be Smokey Clark.
And mine would be Aussie Avendina. How sexy is that? Aussie Avendina. I had a pet budgie and his name was Aussie because he had Australian colours, cunt. Except it wasn't. I mean, we adopt green and gold as our colours, cunt. So
Yeah.
cunt.
Smokey.
How many times can you say cunt in the podcast
Smokey.
before you get banned?
Okay,
cunt?
and one more.
We must continue.
Nicki Minaj.
My anaconda. Ooh. Don't want none unless you got funds, hun. I'm gonna go and say
She's got 3 names.
3 names. Okay, so Jacqueline.
No, the first. I'll give you a clue.
Leslie Richards.
No.
I don't know.
So her first name starts with O.
I don't fucking know. Just tell me the answer.
Okay. Onika Tanya
I would never have got that.
Yeah.
This was a great game, Aaron. I got like the 2 examples I got, and everyone was listening on the podcast going, "Oh man, I didn't know that. Oh yeah."
Well, even if you
And
don't
then-
know, all these people know now.
Now
so-
that I guess that knowledge is power, and that is the best way to go. I guess.
Yeah.
Have we got any other games?
We do, as a matter of fact.
Oh fuck yes! What are we playing now?
So we're gonna play Lip Read Challenge.
A lip read challenge. Now, for the viewers who are listening on the podcast right now, what is the lip read challenge? How does it work? What is the game?
Okay, so this is just a game from Kmart we picked up, and it is a pair of headphones that play like this random noise that Sean thinks sounds like a woman having an orgasm.
It does.
And you have some cards, and
It so does.
They've got few words, like a little sentence. Phrases, sorry. That you have to say.
Who's the stoned one here? Like, who's the one actually smoking to? Like,
I'm trying to explain, okay? So one person puts the headphones on, and the other person will read out a phrase.
Now, can I just butt in here? Because this game is hard for me, but Erin is really good at this game. So, the timer on the headphones is a minute long, and it takes me almost, each time, it takes a full minute for me to do it. But when Erin does it, she gets to like breeze through like 4 or 5 things because she hears me so well. So I'm gonna have a go, and then we're gonna give Erin a go. So Erin, pick up a card, and I'm gonna put on the noise cancelling headphones, and then I will press the button when I'm ready.
Yeah, and so I'm going to read out a phrase, so you'll hear me say the phrase, and then Sean is going to try and guess it. So this might be a bit of a laugh for you.
Hope you guys enjoy
Hope
it.
you enjoy it. And
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Am I talking really loudly?
No, it's okay.
Not yet.
Ready?
I'll talk like this.
Yeah. Go. Action.
Hang on. That sounds like an orgasm. Come on. Go.
Actually, I believe you.
A chili on my dick.
Actually, I believe you.
A chili lime people.
Actually, I believe you.
A chili is beautiful.
Actually, I believe you.
I see the view.
Actually, I
This
believe
is so fucking hard.
Actually, I believe you.
I can see you. Chili in my toppy shoe?
Actually,
A chili.
actually,
A chili.
actually,
I'm chili.
actually,
Actually, a chili person.
actually, I believe you.
Actually, time to eat chili.
Actually, I believe.
Ah.
Okay.
What the fuck happened?
So Sean did not get that one. Actually, I believe you.
Oh, god damn it! I thought you were saying chili.
I know, you kept saying chili so many times.
You never gave me any hand signals to go like, yes, you got that one right.
Well, you weren't, so I didn't give him a hand signal, obviously.
Alright, you're gonna see this. Erin's gonna breeze through like 3 or 4.
And you're gonna bloody jinx me and I'm not gonna do any good now.
Fuck off,
like
you'll
you
do
did
it.
with that.
Alright, when you're ready, okay?
Okay, ready?
Ready, set,
Where's the bun?
there. Go.
Okay.
That salsa is too spicy.
That salsa is too spicy.
Fuck off. The author wrote 54 books.
The author wrote 54 books.
Please whisper when you come inside.
Please whisper when you come inside.
I knew that song when I was a kid.
I knew that song when I was a kid.
Camping is so fun.
Camping is so fun.
You already have salad.
You already have talent.
You already have salad.
You already have salad.
I ordered the wrong thing.
I ordered the wrong thing.
The farmer planted the seeds.
The farmer planted the seeds.
My bathing suit hasn't dried.
My bathing suit has dried.
My bathing suit hasn't dried.
Hasn't dried.
I got stuck in traffic for an hour.
I got stuck in traffic for an hour.
She's the life of the party.
She's the life of the party.
I seriously love dancing.
I seriously love dancing.
Wow. Holy shit.
I smashed that. That was awesome.
1, 2,
There's 4 on each
3,
card.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh yeah.
12 in 60 seconds.
That's got to be a record.
How the fuck
Yeah.
did you do that? I can't even get one in 60 seconds.
You just kind of like focus right on what you're saying. You just like look right down at your lips and just try to drown out the bloody sound.
Oh, that was a bit of fun. That was hilarious.
It was fun. So
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
yeah,
That was a bit,
I hope it
just
was
something
fun
a
for
bit
you
different.
guys. It was.
I mean,
fun
it
for
was
us.
extremely fun for me. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Like
Yeah.
bit of fun.
How about one last challenge? I'm gonna grab the can
Okay.
here. I'm gonna grab my mother can and I'm going to read just off it. So ready? Put
Okay.
the things on. See if you can do this because this is a bit harder. It's not just a phrase. It's not a phrase. This is a fucking lot of writing. Ready?
Where is it?
It's there. Push.
Okay.
Go. The infinite bounds of sunburnt land.
The infinite sound.
The infinite bounds of sunburnt land.
The infinite bounds of sunburnt land.
Fuck off. And barreling blue swells. And barreling blue
And
swells.
barreling blue swells
Are limited only by your imagination.
are limited only by your imagination.
Kick out the sand. Kick out the sand.
Click out the sand.
Kick out the
Kick
sand.
out the sand.
Pump up the tunes.
Pump up the tunes.
And rip into some other.
And rip into some other.
Crisp and cool with a kaleidoscope.
Crisp and cool and a.
Crisp and cool with a kaleidoscope.
Crisp and cool with a kaleidoscope.
Blend of flavours. Blend of flavours.
Blended flavours.
It'll keep the fast time spinning.
Keep the fast time spinning.
Morning, noon and night.
More
Morning,
through-
noon and
morning
night.
and noon and night.
Fuck off. How did you do that? I give up. You're a super freak, I think.
Oh yeah, because that was super freak. Super freak. Super freak.
She's fucking dancing, everyone. This is hilarious. I love it. Oh my goodness.
It is such a funny game. Like it's good for
You
everyone.
guys
I
should
reckon.
really do it. You can even do it at home. Just put your headphones on, click some music, just some loud banging music, heavy metal,
Yeah,
EDM,
just say any
trance,
random
whatever.
bloody phase or try and say a movie. Anything will really do. Sean, do you have one more thing to say, or did you have a story?
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. Fucking yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Can. But you know what I'm gonna do to you? I'm gonna get you to fill in the fucking airtime for a few
No,
seconds.
why do you always do that? Oh my god. You just fucking leave me hanging.
Well, everyone likes listening to you.
No, they don't.
Yes, they fucking do. They enjoy listening to your voice. Get up.
Oh dear.
Get up.
Well,
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
okay. I'm really like trying to think of something to fill in time. So,
Catch Rick. Catch Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
No, I just something that's frustrating for me is I just want to say a quick little thing about
Wait, what's frustrating for you? Is it the fact that I'm annoying you?
Yes, you're distracting me because of what I was trying to say, so sorry for that.
Okay, sorry.
So, no, just about traffic when you go in peak hour traffic.
Well, don't go in peak hour traffic.
Yeah, well, I needed to go because I had to go to the shops for a certain thing, for a present.
Oh, yeah.
And I left at a bad time.
Was I asleep?
Yeah, you were. So it took me 2.5 hours to get to a place where it would usually take me about 40 to 45 minutes.
Wow.
Actually, 45 minutes probably there and then 30 minutes to get back or so. But yeah, 2.5 hours to get to where I needed to go, get what I needed, and then come home. So it was very frustrating and very slow because I was getting low on fuel and we were creeping, going like 20 to 30.
Did you think you were gonna you really thought you were gonna run out of fuel?
Yes, but also I was like, hurry the fuck up.
Because you're idling really, you're not really
I was
accelerating, you're just like,
shit, what am I supposed to do? Like, crazy.
Alright, I won't leave you hanging anymore.
Okay.
Well, I got a story. So, fucking Donald Trump, that cunt, right?
Here we go.
Oh, mate. This is going to make you laugh, I hope. I hope you guys enjoy this. Donald Trump arrived in Japan today, and while he's there, he will be meeting with a famous singer from Japan. Now, those of you who know him by his name, he is called Pico Taro. Have you heard of this guy?
Who the fuck?
Pico Taro? Donald Trump is meeting Pico Taro.
I've never heard of
You
that
haven't?
name.
You have. Well, you know who you would know him by? What his other name would be? He's the pen pineapple apple pen guy.
Fuck
Oh my god, yes.
Oh god.
Donald Trump is going to be meeting the pen pineapple apple pen guy. Would you like to know why?
Yes, please tell me.
So his daughter Ivanka posted a video last
Donald
year.
Trump's daughter?
Yes, Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka posted a video of her daughter, so Trump's granddaughter, dancing and singing the song. So the Japanese government saw the video online. So when they met Donald Trump at the Trump Tower for the first time, they spoke about
Please don't sing it.
So it really helped. You really fucking hate it.
This is so annoying.
So it really helped break the ice between Trump and the Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. So I think that's hilarious. They were just like music. It's just funny how like music can like make you come together. Like different cultures can just come together through music just sometimes. I reckon that's pretty good.
It's just so random though.
I know.
Oh, that song though, like I honestly forgot about it until like just now when you brought it up.
Hey Aaron.
Please don't sing it.
Hey Aaron.
What?
The story gets better.
Oh, is there more?
There's more.
Oh, I thought that was it. I was like, okay, great story.
Oh yeah.
Bravo.
After that meeting between Trump and the Japanese government officials, the Japanese government commissioned a video to entice Donald Trump to come visit Japan. Would you like to watch the video?
Is there a video?
There is a video that I have downloaded and got for us on this special occasion.
Okay, let's see what you
So
got.
this video is to entice Donald Trump to come visit Japan. So this was released about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Here we go.
Music start.
It's the PPAP guy.
PPAP just
So fucking happy.
I know, look at this smile on the cunt.
I have a pen. I have America. America pen. I have a pen. I have a Japan. Japan pen. America pen. Japan pen. Pen best friend pen.
Oh,
Best friend there.
why is he so
Friend.
happy though? Like his song goes for like a minute, if that.
Oh my god.
Like 30 seconds.
Oh, is that something?
Oh
is
my
that
God.
something to just make your
That
fucking
just-
night?
That just blows your mind, like
That was
it's like-
fantastic.
in a good way.
That is so great.
Yeah, I haven't seen or heard that song for so long.
Oh my goodness, that makes you laugh. Oh, I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna wrap it up here tonight. But before we do, we have to plug some fellow SoundCloud creators, Aaron.
Who have we got first?
We've got Ollie Sway for his track No Comparison. We were playing that a little earlier. That was pretty sick.
Real Eyes with a Z. The track What Have We Become. If you like hip hop, check it out.
Brunch Time. He's got 2 tracks. Save Me. That's pretty good. That's pretty chilled out vibe, sort of just beats and just chilled vibes in that track. I really dig that. I was tripping out to that the other night. That was fun. And he has another track called Something. Fin with a sharky shark. Yeah, that one's more. I don't know which category to say. I'm gonna say house, fun, like just like upbeat, like pew 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 pew. He's a DJ, so like I was listening to all of his shit. It was fucking awesome the other day.
Another rapper, The Indigo Child. The track Who You Gonna Be, and that track is really chilled.
Yeah, I was fucking chilling out to that
Yeah.
earlier today.
Another one, Dope Flow Productions. Check them out.
And a special mention to Oscar Spliff for his comment today, which we got to from the Las Vegas podcast episode. And we had a real good discussion in regards to what he said.
Yeah, so thank you, Oscar, for that. That was a good comment. Sean, does he have anything on SoundCloud?
Yes, he's got some music as well. He's got some chilled out music, just real chilled beats and
Yep.
stuff that I really generally just vibe to, I guess. So I guess what we get you guys to do now is listen to our shameless plugs and check out our socials on Facebook, Twitter or YouTube.
Or you can send us an email about anything that you may have liked about this episode.
Whether it was about the 500,000 Bin Laden files being released by the CIA, or maybe it was the Kevin Spacey allegations.
Or maybe just to tell us about a movie you're looking forward to seeing that's coming out.
Send us a general question or just to say hello. Thanks for listening. Hopefully Michael is able to join us next week. From both of us, I'm Sean.
I'm Erin.
That was the 420 Project podcast, episode number 5. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.